Well, hello everybody. Welcome to a new segment of our program, The Scientist. Today we have a new theme to talk about. That is, Dr. Brendan, what are we gonna talk today?
Hello, Dr. House. We are going to talk about the carbon cycle and carbon dioxide.
Well, a very good theme to talk about the contamination and all that stuff. To the friends to ask us some questions, we are going to be live at the TV to be able to answer some questions. To the Twitter hashtag the Scientist Program. In Twitter and in Facebook, we are in the Scientist Program TV to be able to answer your questions and all your doubts you have. To begin, we have first to know what the carbon cycle is. The carbon cycle is a complex process in which all the carbon atoms of the Earth existence rotate. Carbon cycle is divided in 5 steps. The first one is plants remove carbon dioxide from the air. This is that when we breathe and all the monoxide that the cars produce, all that monoxide plants absorb. Now the second step is when plants die, they were buried in the earth. This is they get into fossil fuels inside the earth. Now the third step is after millions of years that plants or animals or even humans that are inside the earth, they remain turned into coal and oil that it is used to as a fuel. Now the fourth step is after the plants or animal is got in fossil fuel, humans extract that fuel to approach it in cars or in any industry they need. Now the fifth step is when people burn fossil fuels, that is the plants or animals, they send carbon dioxide to the atmospheres, generating the greenhouse effect. And all this would be the carbon cycle.
There are also two types of carbon cycles that are the geological carbon cycle and the biological carbon cycle. And I have received a question with the hashtag the Scientist Program from the user Jenny, and that says, which chemical reactions occur during the geological carbon cycle? Well, there occur one reaction. There is one molecule of CO2 plus one molecule of water. It's equal one molecule of H2CO3. And also I have another question. And it says, which is its classification? Well, in the equation that we saw, there is a synthesis reaction. Well, I have received which are the two processes of the biological carbon cycle? Well, there are two processes, there is respiration and photosynthesis.
Oh, I have received another question. The user Velocito Moxito, that is, which is the classification of the photosynthesis reaction? What is?
Well, the photosynthesis reaction is a double replacement reaction, and according to the energy classification, it is an.
And now I am receiving a new tweet with the hashtag the Scientist Program from the user Hola que hace, that it is asking us how has increased the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This question is for you, Dr.
Well, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has been monitored in over 40 years.
That's a good answer, Doctor. And we have another question in the hashtag the Scientist Program from the user Juanito Perez, that he's asking us how much dioxide carbon are we producing?
Well, all the humans, all people, even us, produce carbon dioxide. So humans are emitting around the 29 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
And
per
we
year.
are receiving many posts and tweets from our friends in their homes, and one of them in Facebook from the user Picoro Gohan Dragon Ball Z
Ask us
is asking us, what is he asking us, Mauricio?
what caused the increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
And this question is for, I guess, Dr. Store.
Well, this increase is caused by burning fossil fuels and by cutting down forests. And this increase is provoked by the humans, but also can be provoked by a natural increase by the respiration of all the living
now
things.
I am receiving a post that is for you, doctor, that from the user, and he's asking us what chemical reactions are involved in the global warming. What can you answer it?
Well, in this process are involved many reactions, but the most important are the combustion reactions that produce carbon dioxide, and also some methane reactions that produce methane and also carbon dioxide.
My reflection about this topic is that carbon cycle is a process in which all living things are involved, humans, plants, and animals. When we die, we bury it into the earth and we get into fossil fuels that humans use in industries such as transportation and industries like in the elaboration of many things, but we have exceed the use of these fossil fuels that have contributed to many problems such as global warming and greenhouse effect.
Thanks to this activity, I learned how to apply the topics that we saw in the week, like the classifications of the chemical reactions. Also, I learned about the carbon cycle and the consequences of the excess of carbon dioxide in the earth.
Well, in this topic, I learned that the carbon cycle is a process in which all living things are involved. All us produce carbon dioxide that in excess is dangerous for us because provoke the greenhouse effect. A solution that we can use is the use of biofuels.
Well, during this activity, I learned where the carbon cycle takes place in our world, and also how the excessive use of fossil fuels cause the greenhouse effect, and this provoke the global warming. And
Well,
that affects
during this first activity, I learned that the carbon cycle is a cycle that is in all the living things, and also a bad use can produce many consequences by the using of fossil fuels and all those stuff. So we need to reduce them